Hi friends, Cole Chance here, YOGATX, and I wanted to remind you that I'm coming out with new videos every Tuesday. So please subscribe so that you're sure to get them into your inbox and we can practice together. Also wanted to let you know that I'm starting to do a newsletter. And if you go to yogatx.org, there's a place where you can sign up, and I'll be sharing recipes and ideas and things I'm up to, and of course yoga. So please join me for that. And today we're going to do a Metta meditation. So Metta, M-E-T-T-A, is the Buddhist word for loving kindness. So we're going to do a loving kindness meditation. So let's just move just a little bit here. Sometimes it can be hard to sit right away. So maybe you've done, maybe it's helpful to have done one of our short practices right before this. And some people can just sit right away. Just an option if it's hard for you to sit. You can also do this laying down as well. But let's just kind of come into self, come into the body that you brought to the mat today, realizing that it's always a little bit different, so no judgment. We're just breathing, starting to notice. And when you're inhaling, know that you're inhaling. And when you're exhaling, know that you're exhaling. Most of the whole day we don't think about our breath, which is convenient for us, that we don't have to think about it to do it. But when you're in this space, that is the most important, is the breath. So give it some love it deserves. Let's go ahead and lift the arms up. You can keep the eyes closed if you'd like. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We're just going to do a little bit of just moving meditation here. And inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, draw down the midline to the heart. And one last time, inhale up. And bring it into center. And you can take your left hand to the mat outside your left hip, your right hip. And then rainbow over. And then we'll switch, so bringing the left hand down, going over. So you know what we're doing now, so now if you'd like to close your eyes, we'll inhale up and exhale over. And your breath may not be the same as mine, so feel free to go at your own breath. We'll take about 2 more on each side. Finishing up your last one and coming to center. And let's just take a gentle twist. So let's twist to the right, just gently. We lengthen on an inhale and twist a little bit deeper. And coming back to center, arms up and twisting to the left. Growing tall and going back into the twist. And then coming back to center. So now we'll sit, it'll be a short meditation, but find a comfortable seat. If you're sitting, this is Sukhasana. You can have your legs crossed. And if you pull your bum out a little bit to the back, it'll help tilt your pelvis forward, which will be more comfortable. You can also sit with one leg in front of the other or vice versa. And today I'm going to sit on a block, and you can also use a pillow. If this position is painful, then if you lift your hips up over the knees, it helps to relieve that. So I'm going to sit on a block, and then that lifts me up. So I have my knees touching the ground and my bum on the block. My pelvis coming forward a little bit. So with the hands, I'm just going to place my hands on the tops of my thighs here. You can place them on your knees, but sometimes that'll roll your shoulders forward. See how it kind of rolls my shoulders forward? If I draw my hands back, then I'm able to open up my heart a little bit more. But this is just my body type, so do whichever feels better for you. So I'm sitting tall. Close your eyes, sit tall. Come back into the breath. Think about your shoulders being over your hips, so you have a natural curve in your spine. And maybe push your chin back like a ½ inch. We tend to kind of lean forward a little bit, looking at the computer and the phone. So it might feel more natural and better to you to tilt the chin, tilt the head back just a little bit. And just start to breathe. In and out the nose. Feeling the belly expand and the rib cage expand 360 degrees. So all the way around. Now I want you to start thinking about something that brings you great joy. So this could be a place. This could be a person. Maybe a holiday, your favorite holiday, your favorite food. Something that just fills you with joy, like you can't help but smile. I think about my dog, Shanti. I'm going to bring her to introduce you soon. So maybe it's your pet for you as well, but whatever it is, it's the same feeling. So that's what we're conjuring, is that feeling of joy. And notice the warmth that comes into your body, and maybe a smile crosses your face. So really put that in your body. Take an extra deep breath into that. Good. Now think of a loved one, someone close to you. Maybe a partner, maybe a friend. Someone who's near to you. And imagine that you can wrap that joy up in a box and you can give it to your friend. So if you need to conjure up that joyful feeling again, bring it back into your body. Imagine yourself putting it into a box or into a ball or whatever shape you'd like it to be. And imagine you can give that feeling to this person. And also the joy that that brings. The joy of giving. And breathe into that. Now imagine someone that you don't know so well. Maybe it's your bus driver, the postman, somebody that you see often. but you don't know them personally. Maybe someone you've wanted to talk to before, or just someone that whoever comes to mind. And then coming back to that strong, beautiful feeling of joy, go ahead and wrap them up a present. And imagine you can give them this feeling. And notice how that feels to you, how that feels in your body. Does it feel different to give to someone you don't know as well? Imagine that person breaking out in a smile and glowing from receiving this unexpected gift of joy, this act of kindness and compassion. And breathe into that. Okay, now moving down, or moving along, not down, moving along. Imagine someone who you have a strained relationship with. Someone that you do know, maybe an old partner or a family member that the relationship is not where it should be now. There's probably maybe some resentment on one or both sides. Something that's happened. And now dig into that feeling. And maybe you have to dig a little bit deeper here. But conjure up that joy. Wrap it up and hand it over to this human, this person who you care about, but things have been maybe strained. And see how that feels in your body. See how that feels to be the person to bridge the gap first. Maybe it feels uncomfortable. Maybe it's a relief. But just notice the emotions and the feelings around that. And breathe into that. Now imagine someone who needs love. This can be someone that you don't know. Maybe it's someone that you've seen crying in the store, or someone you've seen on TV, someone on the news, or maybe it's someone in a war-torn zone or a victim of abuse. Someone struggling with addiction or grief. This can be someone you don't know. This can actually be a group as a whole, if you'd like, or it can be one person. And now, dig into your joy treasure box and wrap up an extra big helping of this joy that you have in your life. And humbly and gratefully give it to this person who so desperately needs it, who needs to be reminded of their own joy in their own life, however far away it seems. So bringing a little light to someone else, and see how that feels to be of service. To be with compassion. And breathe into that. And come back to your joy, your personal, fabulous joy. And let that fill back up in your body. And noticing and knowing that we just gave a lot of joy away, but you're still full of it. This is something that is infinite. Replenishing. Always rejuvenated. And if we're connected with our own joy and love and empathy, then we have the power and the platform and the ability to give that at will. And sometimes it's harder than others. Some people it's harder to give it to. But this meditation and this practice, this metta practice of loving kindness, begins to help to widen that circle of joy and who you share with. Take your hands to heart center. Bring all that love and the metta from the core, the center of you, and envision it in your hands. But only from center can we reach out. So bring your hands up over your head. And imagine sharing this now with your community, with your family, with your friends, with those you don't know, with those you may not like, and with those who really need it. And inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. And you can release your hands. And slowly, maybe start to wiggle your fingers. You can start to flutter your eyes open. So just sit with this. I encourage you to maybe journal or just sit with these feelings and kind of the process that you went through. But thank you for joining me. This is a really powerful meditation. And again, it's called Metta, Loving Kindness Meditation. And I'm Cole Chance. And thank you all so much for joining me. Until next time, namaste. Your knees here, and sit your hips back. We'll walk our arms out. And your hips may not come all the way down. You may be more like this, and that's fine too. So whatever feels good to you. But walk your fingertips out so we're opening up underneath this, underneath your armpit.